start the season with 3 shutout wins. I mean, could you ask for anything better?
No, the pitching staff did an incredible job, and Coach Prothrow had all 3 ready. Obviously, you know, Lexi starts us off with a 3-hitter at South Alabama, play a really good game. They had a senior pitcher. We expected that kind of game. We got a RBI from Gabby Calloway, and that was it. Lexi made it hold up. And then Friday, it was like watching 2 kids go back and forth. The freshman, Madison Preston, throws a 1-hitter, and we beat Penn State. And then Courtney, our junior college transfer, comes in and says, okay, you're going to throw a 1-hitter? I'll throw a no-hitter. And she comes back with a no-hitter in the first Division I college game, which is unbelievable. She didn't even know it. They hit 1 good ball off her. Kaylee Tao made a heck of a good play out in right field, and that was it. So you're right, I couldn't ask for anything more. 2-run rule wins. Our offense came alive a little bit, and I thought we played really good team defense as well.
How much does that help with the confidence early on with this team?
It's huge. You know, the first game we knew their pitcher was probably going to be ahead of our hitters. She is good. And then what was really cool, South went to a tournament. They went 4-0 this tournament or this weekend, so that's going to help us eventually. But just to get out there, see live pitching, see different pitching. You know, Penn State, I think we saw at least 2 or 3, and then Lamar we saw at least 3. So we saw a lot of different styles, and that's going to help us down the road.
Yeah, talk about that. I mean, obviously you see different styles, you see different talent levels as well, and different conferences. How much is that going to help with the SEC play down the road?
Well, you know, we played Big Ten, and then Lamar is actually in the Southland, which is the conference where McNeese is at. And McNeese has been one of the best mid-majors for probably the last 7 or 8 years. So we play them this weekend, and they'll be very good. They're ranked this week. They're 24th. So it might be the first time in their history that they've been ranked, but it's really cool to see them. Baylor's ranked. They're a team that went to the World Series last year, so we know they're going to be good. But the step up in competition is going to be much greater this weekend.
Speaking of rankings, to start in the top 10, you know, I always ask you about this, and I always talk to your players about it. How much do you look at that? Don't look at that. I mean, your players often say it's their opinion. We don't really discuss it.
Yeah, I don't even. What are we? What?
9th.
Okay, 9th.
Yeah.
No, it's just a testament to them, and I think our you know, people respect us across the country because there's a lot of people that vote. You know, I know one poll it's like 24 people, and the other one's like 36. So that's a lot of people giving opinions of teams, and it's just you know, we appreciate that. And, but you're right, it's the end in June that really matters.
How do you make sure this team doesn't get burnt out? This is a long season. You know, obviously you're starting fast, and there's a lot going on. How do you make sure that?
I can remember, shoot, it's probably 6 or 7 years ago that Coach Saban at a press conference said 1 day off is good, but 2 is awesome. And I've kept that in the back of my mind ever since. And, you know, we came home Saturday, rain washed everything out. We get on the bus, drive home. Told them they had the rest of the day off on Saturday, and then I said Sunday we're going to take off as well. So we basically got 2 days off in a row. We had a light day yesterday because it rained, so we got to go into the cages for about an hour and a half. We split the team into 2 groups, so no throwing. So really they've had 3 days off with their arm. But I think one of the keys to our success over the past 20 years is, you know, people ask us how you be consistent. I think one of the ways is rest, and you don't want a team that's dragging in May. You want them fresh, and you got to make sure that they don't get burned out. And one of the ways is just give them a day off. And I'll ask a senior, you know, in the middle of the year, how's everybody doing? And I always say, I want you to be honest with me. And if she hesitates at all, I know that they probably need a day off.
Looking down the road just a little bit and getting to your tournament here, how great is it to play here, have a tournament, you know, just being a road stadium and behind these awesome fans you guys have?
Oh, it'll be incredible. You know, it's Reagan's homecoming this weekend at Southern Miss. She's from Collins, which is 40 minutes north of Hattiesburg. So we're going to do that for her. But then next weekend, obviously, it's going to be a lot of fun. We haven't been at home since like May 23rd when we played Minnesota in the regional championship. And, we delivered season tickets the other day, so that was fun to see a lot of people, and we can't wait to see the Rose Stadium packed.
How much do you talk about goal setting right now and looking towards the future when you get into regional play and things like that?
Not much. You know, it's basically door number 1 is winning, door number 2 is losing, but behind door number 3 is play your best every day, and that's the door that we try to concentrate. We don't worry about who the opponent is, or, you know, we never use the word win or lose. It's always about play your best every day. Don't play the opponents, you know, play the game itself. And I think that's one of the reasons why we've been successful of beating the teams that we should beat, but also playing well against somebody that might be ranked ahead of us.
Coach, you've done this so long. You've had so many different seasons and success, ups and downs, and lots of success. How do you stay with it, stay excited, stay motivated year in and year out?
I think every year is a different team. No matter how many kids you have coming in or you lose, it's a different feeling. You hope that the older kids are more mature. They're growing up as a young adult, but then you have this incoming freshman class that's all excited. So every season is completely different. No matter, like if you only lose 2, but the people that are coming back are you're older, you're wiser, you hope better. So just the newness of it all, and people like you guys that are young, being in a college is the best place to be, because the majority of the people are 18 to 22 years old, and it keeps you young.
Let's go back to Thursday. How do you think your team handled playing a good team like South Alabama, especially on the road for a first game?
I thought they did pretty well. The thing that it really wasn't talked about, but we did leave 10 people on base. So you can look at it 2 ways. We got a lot of people on base, or we left them on. And a positive is we got them on base. So, 1 key hit and it's 4-0 quickly. And one of our goals this year is to have 3 consecutive hits. If I lead off, I get a double, the next kid gets a single, the next kid hits a home run, whatever. It doesn't matter. But 3 hits an inning, I think that's going to lead to big innings.
And then you spotlighted Gabby Calloway as somebody that really performed well in spring practice. How do you think she did over the weekend?
She was awesome. She, I don't know, she had the dubious job of following Bailey Hemphill in the lineup, which isn't easy. That's like following Crystal Bustos in Team USA, which was Kelly Kretschmann, who played for us. But Gabby did a heck of a good job. She got the first RBI. She got the only RBI against South Alabama. Bases were loaded. And then against Penn State, I think it was a 0-0 game, and she hits a bases loaded double in the right center gap and clears them, and then that started our rally. So she was terrific all weekend.
And then describe Alyssa Brown's opening weekend.
She did good too. I think her on-base percentage was around 670, 700, which is what we want. Anything above about 550 is good. Our team was close to 500, but she did a great job setting the table, and she didn't strike out much, which is, I think, that's one of my goals for her. Put the ball in play, but she needs to be a really, really tough out for us this year. Good.